My name is Jim Roberts, and I've been serving in the country of Chad, which is in the middle of Africa, since the mid 90s. The emphasis of my work is to help Bible translation. And so, in that regard, we've actually got about 200 different tribes or ethnic groups in Chad, but they only speak about 130 languages, which is still quite a challenge when we realize that not all of them have access to the scriptures in a language that they master in a significant way. I'm based in the capital city called Jamena, which is a little bit on the boundary between the north and the south, if you will. And so we have access to essentially all the different people groups in the country there. And I work to help Bible translators. I'm not a translator myself. My background is more academic, and I have a degree in linguistics. Each of these languages has its own grammar, but most of them have never been written down. And that's the challenge, because to crystallize it in written form, things have to be done in a systematic and regular fashion. And that's where the discipline of linguistics comes in. It allows me to help the local speakers to identify the individual sounds that need individual separate letters for their alphabet. And then how are you going to break up words? There's lots of additional questions as to how a language should be written if it never has had a tradition of a written tradition. Also, these don't have written grammars or dictionaries. So those are other aspects of the work that really help and feed into the efficiency and the exactness and the accuracy of the Bible translation as it comes together. It's really through contacting and digging into the scriptures that a believer can really be grounded in the faith, and that can only come with when he can have in his hands scriptures in a language, in a way that he can actually read it and nourish himself spiritually. So that's the whole idea behind the effort that we're involved in. We also need a lot of work in literacy. They live in an oral culture. And so that's really part of the challenge, that we have to help the people along as best we can. Since the last year, we've not been able to go back to Chad as Americans. Americans cannot get a visa to go back to Chad. So that's one prayer request for myself. Nonetheless, I'm able to connect with WhatsApp and other electronic devices with some of our collaborators that are there on the field. And there's one dear brother in the Lord called Albert that I've been sort of mentoring because he has a background in linguistics as well, and he's seeking to serve the Lord with what skills he has as well. And so I've been privileged to work alongside him, and his whole family has become my family. So you could pray for Albert and his family too. Thank you.